Uh, is it difficult for you to make a pivot into the music and leaving the other shit behind?
Like the streets?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It seemed like it would be a struggle for you.
It is. That's a whole mental. That's another problem besides getting ready for a tape or getting ready for shows or getting ready for the nigga that killed me is still breathing. It's a whole problem in itself. I got demons. I have arguments with myself all the time. Or you want to be a rapper or you want to go find a nigga that tried to kill you?
We rap those things. Get some clients if your trap don't bling. My daughter asking what them tattoos mean. Shit, first you feel sad and you feel mad. In the mirror like, what if she want a nigga like her dad? So I've been trying to chill, I've been focused on the bag. I'm sorry if this ain't the type of shit to make you dab.
Like it's a whole new motherfucker. Like you get shot 5 times. Like somebody tried to kill me.
After that happened, you know, you go to jail and you suffer from being away from your family and being in a cage, but when you get shot, it's a different level right there. Once you start to recover and, you know, the morphine is wearing off and you're having to deal with the pain and the injuries and everything, was there any level of, okay, I got to completely change my life around and never put myself in a situation like this again?
If somebody trying to murder you, your thought process changes as fast as blinking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 1 minute you want to do better, the next minute you want blood.
On one side, a voice that shook battle rap, commanding stages and earning respect as one of the culture's greatest. A respected artist in the music industry, dropping music that reached far beyond the battle rap scene. But behind the curtains, a life deeply connected to the streets. The thrill of survival and earning street credibility ignited a different kind of love. A love that never let him go and always called his name. Sue Surf was, and still is, one of the most important figures in battle rap. His clash with another giant in the culture, Hitman Holla, sits as one of the most viewed battles on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. But Surf wasn't just a battle rapper. He did something very few in the culture ever managed to do. He crossed over. He carved out a lane in music, catching the ear of industry players and building momentum with consistent projects, collaborations, and live performances. He shattered the ceiling of just being a battle rapper, stepping into true celebrity status and bringing millions of views with him wherever he went. But still, with all of his success, Surf couldn't outrun the streets. From getting arrested a bunch of times, having shootouts with the ops, to getting shot and almost dying, to then getting indicted on a RICO charge, which he suspiciously predicted on a Vlad interview.
You got a couple niggas indicted.
No, I didn't get anybody indicted.
You got a couple niggas indicted.
I didn't get a single person indicted. Who did I get indicted? Who did I get indicted?
I ain't about to open another indictment on who you indicted.
He was on track to solidify himself in music, the same way he did in battle rap. But for some odd reason, he always found himself pulled back into the same streets he was trying to crawl out of.
Goonies, the captain, I heat ya. Cops come around, but they only find the sneakers. Kidnap you, strangle you, tie up, beat you. Sawing off and paint his whole egg like Easter. See me gon' pop and that shot gon' raise him. Put him in a spot where a dot can't save him. Holes in your leg, couple holes in your chest, nigga. Chunk out your head, lacerations to the neck, nigga.
New Jersey is home to some of the greatest, most talented artists in the world. From artists like Fetty Wap, Queen Latifah, Joe Budden, to heavy spitters like Arsenal the Rebel, Old Red, Shotgun Suge, and many more. But specifically, Newark, New Jersey, where Sue Surf was born, birthed a lot of underground rappers who were nice on the mic. However, not everyone was able to make it out and get the spotlight. But that wasn't the case for Sue Surf. Rapping was always in Surf's DNA. It was his outlet, his escape from reality. At a very young age, Surf already knew that his profession was going to be rapping.
I never was gonna do nothing else. You know what I mean? Like I say it all the time. My 8th grade yearbook says rapper. I never had another plan. You know what I mean? So people don't understand, like, I've been doing this for forever. Like, this is my life. Like, I've been rapping for forever. My mom's bought me a little karaoke machine with the mic when I was 9. You know what I mean? I've been trying to put together tapes.
Okay.
I never had a job. I never thought I was gonna do nothing else. Like, I've always been the best rapper everywhere I went since I was forever. Cafeterias, jail, everywhere. Like I never thought I was gonna do nothing else.
Okay.
That same 13-year-old Surf, who wrote in his yearbook that he was gonna make it in rap, also got tied into the gang life before he even stepped foot in high school. Approaching the 9th grade, Surf got put onto the Rollin' 60s, a very well-known gang. The Rollin' 60s Crips was first originated in 1976 in South Los Angeles, branching off from the West Side Crips. The expansion of the Rollin' 60s expanded across Los Angeles and became one of the largest Crip sets. Some well-known establishments of the gang outside of California are Long Island, New York, Detroit, and Savannah, Georgia. Nipsey Hussle, Big U, and Quando Rondo are just a few big names who were involved in the gang. Being in a notorious gang at a young age, especially throughout high school, is only going to lead to chaos. Literally, right after joining the Rollin' 60 Crips, Surf watched someone that he knew around the neighborhood get shot and killed right in front of him.
Okay. And then right in front of you.
Yeah, some crazy shit like that. Like, words get transpired, you see shit happen, niggas start fighting. You feel me? Like, you look up, nigga laid out type shit, like that type. I mean,
Okay.
Like that.
When you saw that, did you run instantly or were you just so in shock?
Nah, like when the shots, when the shots started going off, everybody started running, you feel me? Like when you stop though, when you look like, once they stop, you feel me? And everybody look around and you like look back, you see a crowd of motherfuckers, and you feel me? I'm little as hell, you go look and shit, you like, you feel me? See a nigga shit open, like, feel me? Throw up coming out his mouth, shit open, that shit, I see that shit clear as day every time. Like, I could see that every time I think about it, I see it the same way.
Mind you, Surf was 13 years old at the time, seeing this type of stuff. He mentions how he kinda just stood there, almost like he was frozen, staring at a dead body, somebody that he used to know. After graduating high school, life started to move very fast. Surf caught his first gun charge at 18 years old and was arrested at the same time of his baby mom's pregnancy with his child. Surf was looking at doing 3 years in the feds. Out of the 3 years, 1 being mandatory, meaning that he had to serve at least 1 year out of the 3 years. So he ended up sitting for about a year in jail. After serving a year in jail, Surf came home on bail, but his freedom was still on the feds' radar as he was going back and forth to court for the same gun charge that already costed him a year of his life. When sentencing came down, Surf accepted a 3-year sentence, but since he already served about a year, the time left to serve was reduced. In total, he ended up spending roughly 20 months between county jail and state prison on that same gun charge. Being thrown in a cage full of grown men with nothing to lose is something no 18-year-old could ever imagine. But that wasn't the only weight that was on Surf's shoulders. By the time his daughter was born, he was still behind bars. Sitting in a prison cell for all that time, knowing that your child has just been brought into this world, but you can't physically be there to hold them, would mentally destroy any man on this earth. I can't fathom how Surf was able to deal with that thought, knowing that he literally can't do anything but make a phone call.
So you had a baby on the way.
Yeah, I had a baby on the way type shit. You know what
Okay,
I
how
mean?
stressful was that?
Yeah, nah. Like,
I mean, because were you there for the birth?
Nah.
So you were locked up.
I ain't come home till my daughter was 3 months. Facts.
I know that must have killed you.
Yeah, nah, that shit crazy. Like it's a everyday story. You feel me? Like these type of interviews don't really be like, it might say my name, but this the story like this a million times. You feel me? Like this regular. You know what I mean? This regular. This ain't nothing. This a nigga that ain't come home till his daughter was 5 years old, 6 years old. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
While Surf was out on bail, waiting for his sentencing, that's when he started to take rap serious. Back in jail, he had an OG he talked to on an everyday basis who told him straight up, don't play with this rap shit anymore. Really try to make something out of it. In a place where most conversations are about survival or the streets, those words stood out. Surf took those words to heart, and the moment he touched down, he started grinding his way into the battle rap scene. This marks the birth of Sue Surf.
Yeah. All by my B.I. Tall cans and trues, waves spinning like a beehive. Neighborhood, 6-0 cars till I D.I. E got me cooking, so I swerve in the G-Ride. One ball nut, rubber band man like T.I. Puerto Rican Connect, he got me living La Vida.
The sport of battle rap has always been a major underground event within different cities. Local MCs who were the nicest when it came to spitting would pop out and go up against other poppin' MCs in a verbal fistfight. Nowadays, battle rap has become a legitimate career for many rappers, where they can earn real money from each battle and make a living. But back in the early and late 2000s, battle rap was mostly a hobby for many MCs, a way to get their name out there. The culture back then brought people together to experience real hip-hop at its purest form. When Surf came home from jail in 2009, he turned to battle rap because it was his best hobby, something to do other than getting mixed up in the streets.
At the point when I started with battle rap, it was like, what else? What the fuck else am I gonna do? You feel me? Like, this a good day out the year that me and my homies get the car, pull up and go drive to New York and battle some nigga from St. Louis or Detroit or, you know what I mean, wherever the fuck, you know what I mean, they from. We get to go take and battle, you know what I mean? It's something to do. It's something different, something other than what we doing every day, what we got going on, you know what I mean? So it wasn't really like I'ma do, it's like, what else I'ma do? You feel me? Like, if not, like, if I don't go out that bitch, if I don't go battle today, I'm going to the hood, guaranteed.
His first ever battle that was documented on camera was his battle versus Torch on Block City TV. This battle didn't blow Surf up overnight, but it helped build his resume. What really mattered was that it showed how serious he was about traveling and battling on different platforms. The battle itself took place in Torch's hometown, Miami, Florida. After battling Torch in Florida, Surf returned back to Jersey and faced Regular Weeze. This was his second on-camera appearance, and the difference was clear. His confidence was sharper, his bars hit harder, and he was starting to sound like the version of himself that fans would one day call a URL legend. These weren't big stages, no bright lights, just small rooms, local battles, and raw hunger. But it mattered. These early moments were the building blocks of Sue Surf's foundation.
My grandma said I need to get closer to God. I said, Grandma, you need to get closer to Bob. Cause that Molly had me feeling Molly. Sitting on the sun, I'm with Nash and Amari.
And what was your first like big battle?
Me versus Young Ill on URL, Smack.
Young Ill. And that was what year?
I was like 2010.
2010 was that year Sue Surf got put on for the whole world to see. His first big battle that truly put his name out there was against Young Ill. The battle was intense, a clash of two rising stars vying to carry the new wave energy for URL. While fans still debate who won, the real takeaway was that Surf had cemented his name in battle rap. From small rooms across the city to URL's biggest stage, his name was now firmly in the conversation. Surf had a second battle that year, which will be his last before returning to the feds. This time, he was heading to federal prison to finish off his sentence. His next battle was against a well-known legend in battle rap, DNA. This was a home court battle for Surf, taking place in New Jersey. Coming out of New York, DNA was another young heavy hitter, known for his technical wordplay, clever punchlines, and structured rounds. DNA was seen as a lyrical technician in contrast to Surf's high energy style. This clash of distinct styles made the battle memorable, as fans loved seeing two different approaches collide on the stage. After his battle with DNA, Surf goes off to Mountain View Youth Correctional Facility. This facility is part of the New Jersey Department of Corrections and serves as a state prison for young adult offenders, aged 18 to 30. He stays there for a year to finish off his 3-year sentence for the gun charge. Not only was he battling talented MCs across the country, he was also battling the federal system, juggling back and forth between rap battles and spending time behind bars.
People take dead naps, blue and red head caps. Him and her said that the children get kidnapped when 5 ain't enough. Roll on the wrong nigga, get your head cracked. Anything I write real, chrome 40, white steel. He the type of nigga that'll die for an ice grill. Bullets feel quite real, pussy get the mice killed. Send a bird bitch to get him hit for her light bill.
Surf is fresh home again after finishing his 1-year bid in prison, but this time, the energy is different. Before Surf went to prison, he already built up a decent following just off of battle rap, thanks to URL. When he came home, fans were eagerly waiting for him to get back onto the big stages, and he did just that. Surf had 3 major battles that year and was determined to kill anyone that was on that list. His first battle that he did upon being released was his battle against X Factor. This battle had lots of hype around it, as battle rap fans ain't seen Surf battle in a year. Also, this battle is most memorable for Surf smoking X Factor within the first 15 seconds of his first round. This leads to another big time battle for him, which took place on URL's first ever Summer Madness event, an event that happens every summer, hosting some of the biggest battles ever with big time names. To be on a Summer Madness card means that your body of work is being appreciated at a very high altitude. Surf was featured on the Summer Madness card to go up against a relentless, aggressive shooter, K-Shine. K-Shine, being another battle rapper from Harlem, New York, is known for his machine gun delivery, rapid fire bars, aggressive performance, and wild energy. At this point in time, he was one of the younger Harlem names pushing into the URL spotlight. Hence what made this card such a classic, the clash of 2 talented rookies who both wanted to take each other's heads off in a rap battle. Surf's last battle in 2011 was up against Newark's very own, Big T, a pioneer in battle rap. This battle featured 2 MCs from the same city of Newark, New Jersey, which made fans invested in every single bar. A veteran versus a rookie sparring match in a small room had everything it needed to be another classic battle, sitting at 2 million views. These battles positioned him as a rising star in the league. Fans were excited to see him back, and he became known as a relentless, high-energy battler with street credibility. Because of this, Surf started getting booked against bigger names, which slowly moved him towards top-tier battles. Also in 2011, despite the battle rap success, Surf released some singles displaying his diversity from battle rap into the music lane. He debuted songs like No Love and Dreams Money Can Buy, which both got solid feedback from fans. This started the notion of Sue Surf separating himself amongst other battle rappers. He developed a skill of making songs, something that interestingly has been a problem for most battle rappers. They're able to have the best writtens, metaphors, and schemes, but when it comes to making a song, it doesn't have to be a hit banger, but a song that many can listen to without a problem is a struggle for some.
The people that battle rap can't make music. Again, it's too they flex that muscle. You got some people that know how to battle rap. They know how to set it up. They know the schemes, the wittiness. They understand how to put together rounds, and they don't give a fuck about putting together a song.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I'm back. Feel like Rocky at the top of the stairs, head high. Tim's Brown to keep the Glock in the air, bullseye. Hit the target when I'm locked in the stair, yeah. Rule number 1, gotta stunt when we come out. Paid in full pics, hella bread with the gun out. It's like the money paralyzed, you never see it run out. So bitches like Jordan from the jump got their tongue out.
By 2012, Surf had already battled some tough names. He had Big T, K-Shine, and X Factor under his belt. And he was gaining recognition for his street realism and quotable lines. He wasn't a rookie anymore, but he wasn't yet considered a top-tier legend like Lux, Hollow, or Verb. Surf had that it factor. Even when he lost or had debatable battles, fans still rock with him because of his delivery and authenticity. By 2012, people knew when Surf was on the card, it was going to be a real fight. Around this time, he was still sharpening his style, mixing street talk with performance, getting comfortable on big stages, and dropping moments people remembered. A big example of this was his battle versus Bricks Belvy on the 18th of February. If you want to see a body bag, this is the battle for you. Surf walked through Bricks Belvy, a flawless victory where Bricks never stood a chance. But what makes this battle legendary isn't just the win. This is where Surf debuted one of his most iconic weapons in battle rap.
Fuck, I need to put it in subtitle or something. You reenacting what you see on TV, somebody going to commercial.
Subtitles. If you're a real fan, You already know what that means. Anytime Surf hit the crowd with a crazy double entendre, he'd followed up with this line. 10 months go by until his next battle. On the 9th of December, 2012, Surf lands another classic battle in his career. His battle with Conceited went off the charts. Conceited, known as the godfather of punches, had already changed the game for future upcoming rappers. His slowed down, double, triple entendres, heavy setups, and stacking back-to-back lines leaving the crowd in shock was way ahead of his time. Literally right after this battle with Surf, he actually went on to audition for Wild 'N Out, proof that his body of work was bigger than battle rap. But on the other side stood a hungry Surf with a chip on his shoulder. This was a version of Surf who was fighting for respect, delivering every bar with a statement. They both had a lot of quotables in this battle that fans still come back to listen to. To some, this was Surf at his very best, vicious, dangerous, untouchable. To others, Conceited still edged it 2-1. But either way, this battle cemented them both. Khan as the punchline king, and Surf as a rising force you couldn't ignore. A few months before the Conceited battle, Surf landed a feature with New Jersey legend Joe Budden on his mixtape, A Loose Quarter, that was released in November of 2012. Around 2011-2012, Joe Budden was exploring more media-oriented avenues. He was beginning to build his presence in commentary, discussing hip-hop culture, and co-signing younger talent, positioning himself as a gatekeeper and a mentor in the New Jersey and New York scene. Surf's feature on A Loose Quarter fits into this context. Budden leveraged his veteran clout to highlight promising artists while maintaining his own lyrical credibility. Over time, Joe acted somewhat like a big bro figure to Surf, giving him shine, advice, and platforms to speak. At the same time, Budden was honest about Surf's choices, especially regarding the street ties that eventually caught up with him. He expressed regret, wondering if he could have done more to guide Surf away from those pitfalls.
Either way, they came and got him. I don't know the charges. I don't know how bad it is, how severe it is. Unfortunately, I did not get to speak to Surf right before he left. But I love him, of course. I support him. Anything that he, his mom, his family needs from me, I'm there. He already know that. This goes unsaid for me. And I'll be honest, for me, I'm a little conflicted in how I feel about it because I'm like black men in this country, I'm trying to see what part I'm responsible for in this, with this being my man and with me being older and just knowing a little more and just, but I mean, the truth is nothing you could do.
It's nothing.
It's nothing you could do.
Nothing you could do. Would feel guilty or feel
You
as
just
though
keep playing shit back and try to see what maybe you could have done differently or said differently to end in a different result. That's all.
Well, if you could have did something,
did
something more, you know.
And again, I'm saying this as somebody that don't really know all that was going on because, let's be frank, as men and male friends, like it's just certain aspects of your life that your friends are unfamiliar with.
That's facts.
Now, throughout the years, Surf continued to get booked for top-tier battles, fully establishing his name in battle rap. You have Hollow the Don vs. Surf, Charlie Clips vs. Surf, Surf vs. Calico, Daylight vs. Surf. But on the night of the 27th of September 2014, Surf would make history.
I mean, do you think that Hitman Holla was your biggest battle?
Yeah, today, number wise and shit, of course.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's like almost 6 million views.
Yeah.
His battle versus St. Louis superstar in Hitman Holla would go down to be the most viewed battle ever on URL, surfacing at 10 million views. This battle took place during URL Summer Madness 4 and was the main event of that evening, drawing a larger crowd, eager to witness the clash between these two formidable opponents. The build-up for this battle is what made it highly anticipated. These two would constantly go back and forth with each other, dissing each other. Surf made a diss track towards Hitman, and Hitman would occasionally call out Surf in his prior battles. This matchup was definitely one for the ages. But that wasn't all. This battle did something to Sue Surf's career. It transitioned Surf from a rising star to one of the elites. His infamous Press 9 bar flipped the crowd upside down, and for many is what made them a fan of Sue Surf. In basketball, Surf not only dominated on the court, he also dominated off the court as well, applying pressure in the music lane. He dropped his third album, A New Mood, which featured Joe Budden on the track Loaded Gun. The project also had a surprise feature from an NBA superstar who you would never expected to hop on a track and spit a clean 16. None other than the Slim Reaper himself, Kevin Durant. Surf is fresh off a classic battle with a Baltimore phenom in Tay-Rock in 2015, which displayed greatness amongst the two. It's funny, around that time, even before they battled, these two never liked each other. In Surf's battle with Hitman, he actually dissed Tay-Rock and the city he's from that almost started a fight during that battle. However, in 2016, they actually clicked up. This marks the birth of gun titles. On the 26th of March, 2016, Surf and Tay-Rock joined forces to go up against a deadly duo in battle rap, NWX. Two opponents of the past that Surf formerly battled, in which both put up great performances against Surf, teamed up. This 2-on-2 matchup is URL's 4th most viewed battle ever. But this battle never made it to the bottom of the 3rd round due to both sides fighting each other constantly throughout the battle. There was one instant in the 1st round that displayed Surf and K-Shine getting into it. Then there was another one in the 3rd round. This time, Tay-Rock and K-Shine got into it. In the end, URL had to postpone this battle until the 9th of July, where they had to do a rematch. Now, Surf's next battle in 2016 was a weird one. He battled his longtime homie from the Sandbox, Shotgun Suge. The relationship that Surf had with Suge was a real brotherhood connection. But later down in both of their careers, their relationship got real rocky at one point, where it was real smoke between the two. It's one of those classic stories where two dudes from the same city, same environment, that share the same dream, end up walking a fine line together, doing what they love doing, being rapping on the corner, and rapping against each other in friendly battles, to then later have to deal with facing each other in a real competition where stakes are very high and money is involved. This is the recipe for destroying any type of friendship.
Whatever, why actually take it to the battle? Why actually even do a battle Nork against Nork?
Man, it's Nork against Nork every day in the street anyway. Like, niggas is killing niggas from Nork niggas is beating other Nork niggas up, Nork niggas is robbing other Nork niggas. And I figure, why do all that when we just battle? Get it over with. Say what you gotta say, how you really feel, like, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is.
You could vividly see how much heart and soul both rappers put into their lines. Every bar, every sentence that they said was filled with direct emotion. It really shows you how much they mess with each other, despite the little beef that they had going on. But the battle itself was very ugly. Every minute the battle was delayed due to hella confrontations that was going on during the battle. Both parties was crashing out at each other. There was even a water bottle thrown in the direction to Surf's camp from Shotgun Suge's camp that started World War III in that building. This battle was really for these two brothers to both say what was in their chest about each other, to get off whatever they needed to get off about their beef. Some people say Suge won 2-1, some people have Surf winning 2-1, but the fact that these two stood in front of each other and talked their truth like grown men are supposed to goes a long way. that wasn't the only madness of 2016. Surf dropped one of his hardest albums ever at that point in time, 2 a.m. This album featured hit bangers like Answers, the outro, sitting at 1.1 million views, and 2 a.m. nearly closing in at 900,000 views. Surf was proven to the music industry that he could hold his own weight as far as bringing traction to his music without the need of featuring other big artists. Just like his battle with Young Ill, his album 2 a.m. was the turning point in his career. Surf finished that year off with 2 battles, back to back. He battled Rex on the 30th of October, then on the 20th of November, he battled T-Top. But if you look closely, Surf never battled again until the year 2018.
And no hate, no greed, no lies, no envy. I'll defend you, so defend me. I'll share my deepest, darkest secrets. And trust me, I got plenty. I stopped looking for monsters under the bed when I realized they was in me.
Damn.
While being on one of the craziest runs ever in both the music lane and the battle rap lane, Surf's career was on the high rise as time progressed. Up until this point, Sue Surf pulled in around 25 to 30 million views altogether just off of battle rap alone, firmly establishing his presence. He was also busy outside of battle rap, getting lots of attention and traction to his music. But in 2017, his career was facing serious consequences due to the streets.
What I got locked up for had low-key nothing to do with me, but it did. You know what I mean?
Because you were there?
Nah, not even. Like, if you're my brother,
right,
my problem is your problem. I seen a problem that was my brother problem and handled it as if I was my brother.
Right.
Because I know my brother would do the same. I got locked up for attempted murder. It happens like that. Saw the nigga that shot my brother. Whatever happened after that is whatever happened. But I saw the nigga that shot my brother.
On March 18th, 2017, Sue Surf was involved in a shooting in Irvington, New Jersey. According to federal documents, Surf and another individual fired shots at a rival gang member who returned fire. As mentioned in interviews, Surf said he was seeking revenge for an attack on his brother, seeing the person responsible for the shooting. During the incident, he fired in the direction of a crowd, which increased the danger to bystanders. That action contributed to the seriousness of the attempted murder charge, as firing shots at a group of people heightened the risk and made it a more severe legal offense. Following the incident, Surf faced serious legal consequences. He was charged with attempted murder and other related offenses. Despite the severity of the charges, he did not serve a full sentence at that time. Instead, he spent time in jail while awaiting trial.
So here you are, you're facing this very serious charge, and you go and get a paid lawyer.
Yeah.
Ultimately, how much money did you end up spending on your lawyer?
Well, I was already on bail for a charge, so I was already on bail for a possession charge. You know what I mean? So I already had a lawyer fighting one case, so I went in and had to get another lawyer for this case. You know what I mean? So probably between them, like within that whole little 2.5 year span or something like that, like $55,000, $60,000.
$60,000.
Yeah, like $55,000, $60,000.
So if you weren't a rapper and you didn't have that type of money, we would be having a prison phone call right now.
Yeah, it's rinse and repeat.
Surf ends up staying there for a year. Throughout this time, he hires a paid lawyer to fight the charge for him. He already had another lawyer fighting his previous gun possession charge. So altogether, Surf poured around $55,000 to $60,000 just in lawyer fees. But it paid off in the end. He beat the case. Surf's attempted murder charge was dropped, and he came home from jail in January of 2018. Just like his battle against X Factor back in 2011 when he was fresh home from prison and fans were eagerly waiting for his return, it was like deja vu all over again for his return in 2018 for his battle against Rum Nitty.
What was the outcome of your last battle? 2-1? John almost caught a body. I just came home from 10 real life battles, really almost caught a body. Bang him in the lung. I had a shooting in broad day. My hood ain't Broadway, they call me Raisin in the Sun.
When Surf finally returned to URL against Rum Nitty at URL's Gnome 8, it was huge. Fans weren't even sure he'd come back, but he stepped on stage and had one of the most iconic returns ever. The fact that Surf even made it back to this stage after beating an attempted murder case is what gave the performance so much weight. After his battle with Rum Nitty, Surf will make his appearance on Bars on I-95, an infamous platform for MCs to broadcast their talent to the world by freestyling on a cold beat. On June 22nd, 2018, Surf dropped one of the coldest freestyles ever.
Pay attention to character, watch out for the plot. Only eat with the family, you food if you not. And cold winters gotta keep warm, that's the norm. Attempt murder mean they caught him working on his form. I don't talk about the real when I live it, but you cop or do you roll the dice, knowing that you did it. Landlord the whip, first you own it, then you tend it. Man, she seen me, she cried like 15 minutes. Look, hey yo, live a little, learn a lot, just because you never know. Ask the ops, stay real enough to tell you that I'll let it go. No cut, I probably never win a Grammy. Too busy chasing these bandies. I just beat another case. No, they can't stand me. My lawyer at my daughter's birthday now. He family. Got something for him if he think a nigga candy. Paranoia got me sleeping with this walker like Tammy. Shit.
This one freestyle brought in over 16 million views itself. Way more than his battle with Hitman Holla. The energy that he brought into this freestyle was like no other. Mind you, he's fresh off doing a bit in jail, a place where he did nothing but write down fire lines, hence why this freestyle had so much quotables in it. Surf was on top of the world. He had just came home from beating an attempted murder case, a case in which people thought he'd never return from. He came home to a crazy battle against Rum Nitty, refreshing his presence in battle rap, and his freestyle was getting ridiculous attention from all across the world. But just like a roller coaster, you could only be at the top for so long until things come crashing all the way down. After his viral freestyle, Sue Surf's life took a turn for the worst.
Shot, man. And how long ago did that happen?
I got shot July 25th. I got shot like 4 or 5 months ago.
Damn.
I mean, the reality of the situation is I attempted to murder somebody. I didn't finish what I was supposed to do, and I got shot.
Oh, got you.
That's the reality of the situation.
Got you.
So,
Cause like
I got shot because of me. It was my fault.
There you go.
Period. I will never. I'm a man of responsibility. Like I know what I'm into. I know what I've done. I know what, you know what I mean? I know me and Karma got a date. I'm just waiting for her to ring me up.
Really?
That's the reality
That's
of it.
crazy.
That's the reality of life.
You did an interview on Bootleg Kev's show, and you said you talked about getting shot, and you said the reality of the situation is I attempted to murder somebody. I didn't finish what I was supposed to do, and I got shot. That's a direct quote. Do you know who did it?
So that mean I don't gotta say it again if it's a direct quote.
Right. If that person walked in the room right now, what would happen?
So that mean I don't gotta say it again if it was a direct quote.
Fair enough.
It's another calm Thursday evening in Newark, New Jersey. Surf's on the other side of town, knee deep in the enemy's territory, dropping a female off back to her crib. She stays on the other side of town, where Surf's ops lives at. So after dropping her off, he got to ride back through the same blocks he shouldn't even be in. But in his head, he's thinking nothing of it. He's at a red light, chilling, wrapping up a conversation with his moms on the phone. After he finishes his convo, he hangs up and grabs the steering wheel. That's when the first shot rang out. The first bullet tears through his arm, and for a split second, everything slows down. The world around him freezes. In his head, he starts thinking, this might be it. Karma finally caught up to me. Both his mom and daughter flashes in his head. Every thought came crashing down all at once in that split second between life and death. Then, reality snaps back. The shooters hop out, and the silence turns into chaos. They start firing multiple shots through the passenger side of Surf's car. 2 hit his ribs, and another 2 hit his stomach. Adrenaline starts kicking in. He stumbles out the car, bleeding, and starts running down the opposite side of the road, pulling on car doors as they were driving, trying to get in. One finally opens. He falls inside and tells the driver to take him to the hospital. On the night of the 25th of July, Sue Surf almost lost his life.
You feel me? I was parked in this spot, sitting at the light right here. Literally, I was the 3rd car from the light, sitting right here. 5 bullets through here, you heard? You heard? That's what happened. That's how that story went. I'm sitting right here. Niggas pulled up back there. Right there. They put it back there. Yeah. And they hit me right here. Bang, 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 bang. And here I am. And here the fuck I am. Sometimes I come right here and sit right here. Even when the light turn green, I just sit right here. Look. Sometimes I just sit right here. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie. 6-0. Sometimes I just sit right here just to think about, even when the light turn green, I just sit right here to think like I could have died. Damn. Word up. Like, damn. I let the cars go and everything. I just reminisce like, man, a nigga could have died. Fuck. Word up. Shit crazy. Look, I make niggas go around. Shut up, I'm reminiscing. All right? All right? I'm reminiscing.
Now, these are just allegations, so don't take my words literate. But this shooting that took place has connections to the shooting that happened in March of 2017 when Sue Surf allegedly shot at a crowd of people in broad daylight because he saw the person that shot his homie. He'd later beat that attempted murder charge and be released from jail in early of 2018. But in the streets, unfinished business doesn't just fade away. The same people in which he shot at in 2017 was patiently waiting for his return and to catch him at the right time. In multiple interviews, Sue Surf talks about the recovery process after being shot and how it changed his perspective on life, both for the better and for the worst. On one hand, he wants to do better, not only for himself, but for his kid and family. On the other hand, knowing that somebody literally tried to end his life forced him to go into survival mode and want to see blood being shed on the opposition. What caught my attention was the interview that he had on the Premium Pete show. He mentions how being shot woke up a beast inside of him.
You know, you recently put out a mixtape, okay?
Yeah, 7/25. That's the day I got shot.
Really?
Or that's how. You want to know what's crazy? When you look it up in the paper, the news article, everything, I got shot on 7/25 at 7:25.
God damn.
The news report says shot at 7:25 p.m.
So you're taking a bad situation and turn it into a good one.
Yeah, I wasn't mad. Yo, he created a monster. Like, I've made some of the best verses. I made the most money I've made since I got shot. I've never seen this much money in my life.
After that situation, everything went up for Surf. He dropped an album in 2019 called 7/25. The exact date and timing in when he got shot. 7/25, July 25th at 7:35 p.m. Off the rip, the album cover says it all. His baby pictures on one side, and on the other, a picture of him in the hospital bed still banging, with a smush of blood on the side. This album brought out the best of Surf. It was his own therapy session wrapped up in a bundle of 12 songs for the world to listen to. Songs like Here's Whatever, Killing Me, 725 Interlude, and What If were some fan favorites.
I did the whole 725. These niggas had to carry me. These niggas had to carry me into the studio for 725. I couldn't walk for 725.
Yeah, nigga, I'm posting shit on IG from London. This nigga in the hospital commenting on my shit. Like, my nigga, I'm in the hospital fucked up.
We got footage, man. We got footage of me. Like, let's go. We got footage of me, nigga.
Act, my nigga, in some kind of way. Act like right now on the camera, y'all looking at the nigga that y'all always see battle. Like, nigga, I had to really... Like me, his brother, nigga, we had to go to the hospital and look at him in a whole different way, in a real whole. That shit fucked me up, nigga. I had tears in my eyes looking at the nigga that one of the niggas that I was inspired by. Like damn, my nigga really in this shit like this. Like this shit is crazy, my nigga. Like
now, it almost seems like every big battle that Surf is booked for, he's returning from something. It'll usually be him returning from doing time in jail or prison. But this time, his return was arguably greater than any of his last returns in battle rap. He's returning from a tragic incident that almost took his life. He made his return to battle rap to face the champion of the year in that present time, Geechee Gotti. This battle displayed the greatness between these two Crips, Surf being from the Rolling 60s and Geechee Gotti being from the Nutty Block Crips. The reason this battle brought in a lot of attention and numbers is not only Surf made his return, but these two MCs shared a lot in common, both being two gang-banging battle rappers that rep the same color flag. In a sense, Surf was facing a splitting image of himself. Geechee, coming from the same environment as Surf, being in and out of jail, seeing homies get killed right in front of him, getting mixed up in the streets, experiencing getting shot multiple times in the hood, also becoming the face of battle rap at the same time. A battle in which two people from the same organization, same background, same story, just different affiliations, got a chance to go back and forth, both sharing their upbringing and story in front of millions to watch. Now, before we dive into Surf's RICO case, we have to talk about the run that he went on from 2020 leading up until his final arrest in 2022. This 2-year run was by far his best run in his career, both battle rap wise and music wise. Between 2020 to 2022, Surf dropped 3 albums: Make Sure You Kill Me in 2020, Until Further Notice in 2021, and This Peru, his final in 2022. Make Sure You Kill Me, the album, is a backhand reference to obviously the shooting that happened in 2018 in which he survived. He killed it. Another dope album that elevated his music career. He collabed with other hot rappers like G Herbo and Mozzie on the track Nano Crib that pulled around 4 million views. On the song Black Cream, he collabed with Benny the Butcher. Dave East and Gordon featured on this track Cold Winters, and Jim Jones featured on the track Careful Who You Love. He also had singles that performed very well. Songs like 5-7, 3:27 a.m., and Quarantine Tales Part 1, that's almost at 2 million views. Make Sure You Kill Me only set him up for success for his next album, Until Further Notice, in 2021. This album had songs like Better Half, featuring Vori, Promise, featuring Mr. Chicken, Motivated featuring Young and May. He also collabed with a rapper out of Philly that was paving a way for himself in the rap scene. He collabed with Leaf Ward on 2 tracks, Viplap and Perks and Paranoia, sitting at 2.4 million views.
Extra false bite, buzzing off that perky, got him ashing on his off-white. Hopefully you get inspired. If we ever promised them a car, we made them fit inside. You don't know it's wrong to stretch your legs until you get inside. Couldn't duck the odds if we wanted to, we was living by.
Oh my God, Smack! Hey, Smack! Hey, Smack! Any nigga we promised the coffin, we made him fit inside. You don't know it's room to stretch your legs until you get inside. Hey, Smack! Hey, Smack!
He got him ashing on his off-white. Hopefully you get inspired. If we ever promised them a car, made him fit inside. You don't know it's wrong to stretch your legs till you get inside. Couldn't duck the odds if we wanted to.
We couldn't duck the ops if we wanted to. We was living by him. Oh my God. Jesus.
What is a RICO indictment? According to rhlawfl.com, a violation of a RICO occurs when a person, in connection with an enterprise, engages in a pattern of racketeering activity. Racketeering activity includes arson, money laundering, homicide, extortion, distribution of controlled substance, and many more. A person charged with a RICO violation must have been engaging in a minimum of 2 predicate crimes within a 10-year time frame. To convict someone, prosecutors must show that there's an enterprise, a gang, or an organized group. 2, that the person has been engaged in at least 2 predicate crimes, like shootings, drug trafficking, or extortion. And 3, that those acts form a pattern and has occurred within a 10-year span. In Sue Surf's case, the prosecutors said that the Rolling 60 Crips in New Jersey were the enterprise. They said that Surf held a leadership role and helped direct gang activity. They also said that he committed multiple predicate acts tied to the gang's criminal operations. The 2 predicate crimes that they proved were the shooting that took place back in March 18th, 2017, when Surf shot at a rival gang member, and July 24th, 2019, when Surf was found with possession of 2 pleated firearms while being a convicted felon in Essex County, New Jersey. Those 2 incidents, both violent and gang-related, satisfied the RICO requirement for a pattern of racketeering activity.
We're just to isolate the couple of charges that Sue Surf has been charged with. Those are very serious charges in and of themselves, whether it was at the federal level or the state level. He's alleged to have shot a rival gang member. He's alleged to have coordinated a drug deal via actually Instagram of all places. And moreover, he has a prior felony conviction. He's charged with having possessed a firearm, which becomes a federal offense when you have a prior felony conviction and you possess a firearm that was manufactured across state lines. And in New York and New Jersey, the guns typically that are found here were not manufactured here. So they fall under federal jurisdiction. So those charges just separately and apart would be serious enough. But when you then combine them with those acts being alleged to have been a part of a grander overall criminal enterprise, what it really does is it ups the sentencing exposure. I mean, we're talking about an individual right now who's facing, at least 20 years. That's just talking about on the racketeering counts. And then if we start to talk about consecutive time with respect to the drug deal, with respect to the shooting, with respect to being a felon in possession, this is a lot of time, Lisa.
Now the feds were keeping an eye on Surf for quite some time. After he beat his attempted murder case, he thought that he beat the system, when in reality, the feds were just sitting back, watching, putting together small pieces of the pie for something bigger in the future. Federal RICO cases tend to move slow because they're built like webs. They gather wiretaps, social media messages, phone records, text threads, DMs, financial traces, and local police reports. Now, since Surf is a well-known figure, especially in the music industry, the feds are paying attention to his interviews mentioning gang-related events, shootings, and other Rolling 60s information. They're also paying attention to his Instagram lives, music video symbolism, battles, or any songs that reference real incidents to establish gang context to the jury. The feds don't play, and when it comes to famous artists who are involved in gang-related activities, the feds gon' do their homework. This day was probably one of Surf's biggest days in his life. Leading up to this day, Surf was initially facing a RICO charge and a felon in possession firearm charge. Both charges altogether carrying a sum of 20 years. On April 27th, 2023, Surf pled to 2 counts: the racketeering conspiracy and possession of firearm and ammunition by a convicted felon. The plea meant he accepted that he was a Rolling 60s Crip member from 2015 to 2022. He was involved in enterprise-related crimes, and he personally committed or assisted in at least 2 predicate acts: the 2017 shooting and the 2019 gun possession. During his plea, Surf acknowledged that the Rolling 60s were a criminal organization that engaged in acts of violence and drug trafficking in Newark, New Jersey. He held a leadership role in that group. He shot at a rival gang member in 2017, and that he possessed 2 loaded firearms as a convicted felon in 2019. By admitting to those, he essentially fulfilled all the legal boxes needed for a RICO conviction. Surf's plea deal likely saved him from doing 20+ years in prison and also getting hit with additional predicate acts like drug distribution or gang leadership enhancements. By pleading, he narrowed it down to the core charges they could absolutely prove. If Surf never entered a plea deal, it would have been a big gamble. The feds already had mountain stacks of evidence against Surf to throw the whole book at him. The conviction rate for RICO cases is around 90 to 95% once it reaches trial. If he lost, here's what he could have faced: up to 20 years for the RICO conspiracy charge, another 10 years for the felon in possession of a firearm charge, and up to life if any violence resulted. In summary, Surf should be home around late 2027 to early 2028. Throughout this time, Surf has been getting nothing but support from the community. In every single comment section regarding him, there's millions of people saying free Surf till it's backwards. Surf has been keeping fans up to date with how he's been doing behind bars, sharing pictures, as well as releasing a letter to his fans in early 2025, where he expressed deep gratitude towards his supporters and reflected on his journey. He acknowledged the challenges that he faced and the lessons learned, emphasizing the importance of humility and the value of every day. Surf concluded the letter with a commitment to return as a more focused and disciplined individual, promising to deliver more music and art than ever before. He also conveyed hesitation about re-entering the battle rap arena, stating that if he doesn't feel the same passion or find worthy opponents, he might choose not to return. In the end, it's pretty clear that he wants to come back focused, disciplined, and more responsible. Not being on the same old timing that he was on, not the same reckless choices. This letter isn't just a note to his fans. It's a mirror reflecting the double life he's been living. On one side stands a person full of talent, and intelligence when it comes to putting words together in a form of art. But on the other side, there's the idiotic decisions, the streets, the violence, the guns, the choices that landed him in places like where he's at right now. And yet, even in this very moment, there's still hope. The hope that the lessons are real, the hope that the art can continue, and that the man behind bars can return smarter, sharper, and more intentional than ever. This is the story of the double life of Sue Surf. Jersey.
Hello, Rara. This is your grandmother, and I know you can't receive these calls, but I know that we are praying for you. We're praying that you will have protection all over you, that the blood of Jesus is all around you, and that God already knows what the situation is, and He is working it out.
Steady rolling up, thunks in the Dutch, just a wild young nigga, I ain't never give a fuck. Killers out lurking, got broski in the cut. Bad bitch on the left of me screaming, what's up? All it's gonna take for me to get the black 8, drop brakes, jump gates, then they put the red tape.